The reasons: I wanted you to love yourself and become happy and successful. And there are several reasons. The first one is I know I can guide you there. I know how to get you there because pretty much everything that you are experiencing or struggling with or having difficulty with, I've lived. And I've developed something that can get you there. But there's much more of a reason now that I'm doing that and why I have shifted my focus of my coaching, because I want people to become all of those things because it matters to our world. If you haven't noticed, we're in a little bit of a turmoil, and that means we're changing. We're going through an evolutionary change, a process, and I happen to have received the information some time ago that could help us move through this time. I had to come to understand what I had, just as you have to come to understand now what you have, because it's different. You have moved into a new place in your life, a new part of your being, a new dimension. And sometimes that's scary. That's uncomfortable, and I understand it because that's what I went through. I've done it my entire life. But right now we're going through this change in our civilization, and so it can become frightening, but also it becomes important for each of us to make our contribution. Every single person. Every person born contributes to the fabric of our world by deciding what they're going to do. If they are going to bring to the world what they have, that means just loving yourself, becoming your authentic self. However, that's a process. It's a cognitive process that we all move through till we come to this acceptance of why we're alive. Fortunately, I have a plan that gets you there, and I understand it because it was a struggle for me. This is why I have to give it back. This is why I lived the life that I did. I understand now that all the struggles that I had, all the difficulty, all the illnesses, all that stuff was valuable because it allowed me to create something that can help others move through this time in our world. And you've seen what's happening. Now, if you don't understand it on this level, I know a lot of people don't think spiritually, but I do. It's more important for me for the planet to survive and evolve. And I know that I have something because I've seen the results of that. So I know that I have it. Not everyone is going to move. And this is why we have the world in the state that it's in, because too many people do not know how important they are. They don't understand their essence. They don't understand what they could give to the world. And if you don't, getting back to this, if you think about Tesla, we always have these great inventors or scientists or people who come before that give us information that we only understand at some point later, typically after they're gone, just like Tesla. But he said, if you want to understand the universe, think in terms of energy, vibration, and frequency. Energy. Oh, that's how we create things. We've known that. We've seen that even from Einstein. We know this. And energy means what you're putting into the world. And vibration, the vibration that you're offering. If you're in fear, if you're angry, if you're depressed, you're putting a lower vibration in the world, and then you're not going to live the life that you're meant to live. That's just the fact. And then you're contributing that to the world, and so then other people just kind of take over. And we just don't have any sense of who we are. And it isn't everything. I know a lot of people say, I don't have anything to do with politics. Yes, you do, because you live in the world. But you don't have to be involved. But energetically, you have to put in who you are. You don't have to go out and protest or do anything like that, but you do have to come to understand why you're here, and that you have beliefs that are important, and that you also have talent and skills that are meant to come out, that are meant to be given to the world. And I know how vital that is. Otherwise, we're going to have more implosions, and we'll have some anyway, but it gets better if we decide to see something different, if we decide to become the light and the love, meaning loving ourselves first. And one of my clients gave me something that they interpreted what I always said in my program: you'll find the love of your life. And he said, oh, you mean the love of your life? Yes, that's exactly it. Because you can't get anywhere until you get to that place, till you are loving every part of you, every aspect of who you are. Then you're contributing something to the world, a different energy that causes everything to become better. We're not going to be in this place forever, but this is the perfect time for those of us who are aware to decide, okay, I'm not going to hold back who I am anymore. I'm going to really work through all of my stuff. In my work, as you know, what I have you do is work through every thought that you have had that was disempowering, that told you you weren't enough, that told you you made mistakes or that you were a failure. And none of that was ever true. You learned a lot of things, but now you have to assess and accumulate what you've gathered, and that is the purpose of my work, and that's why you will end up loving yourself and becoming happy and successful.